Hi, my name is Anya Samek. This is work with Charlie Springer and Sumkun Martinez. And the project I'm going to tell you about today is about health insurance decisions and procrastination. So the question that we have is, why do people make poor health insurance decisions? There are many reasons for this, but one of the things that we're going to be focusing on is the fact that difficult financial decisions are often made on a deadline. A prime example of that is open enrollment periods in health insurance. So in the US, people have several weeks to months in the fall to decide on health insurance for the following year. If the deadline is not met, there can be serious consequences. Now, what do we know about this open enrollment period? So first of all, most people end up delaying. Brown and Pevertero have a paper with university employees showing that a third of people actually make their open enrollment decision on the last day of open enrollment. In this paper, we suggest the possible reason for that is procrastination due to present bias preferences. And so what are we going to do in this paper? We have two components of the paper. The first thing that we're going to do is document present bias procrastination in health insurance decisions and discuss its consequences using the health insurance marketplace. So this is the affordable health insurance marketplace that was set up by the Affordable Care Act, or the ACA, and we have collected data from there. The next is to conduct a field experiment in which we're going to evaluate a new policy tool to limit procrastination in health insurance by providing people with incentives to choose earlier. So let's first talk about the descriptive data that we have from the health insurance marketplace. In the health insurance marketplace, we have 7 to 12 million people who sign up each year. There are major consequences of missing the deadline, the main one being that you are then without health insurance for the following year. It's very difficult to try to figure out who actually missed the deadline, however, and this is where we take an advantage of a unique aspect of this marketplace, which is that in some years, the open enrollment periods feature an intermediate deadline. What that means is that there's a certain deadline by which you need to enroll in order to have insurance that starts on January 1st on the following year. But if you skip that intermediate deadline, procrastinate through it, you actually have another chance to enroll. And if you enroll then, you miss January, but you get to have health insurance for the following rest of the year. And this allows us to identify people who potentially missed that first intermediate deadline. The graph below will show you the distribution of enrollments week by week, which we have data on from the health insurance marketplace. And we can see actually that spike in the data, which is the last week of enrollment, and then following that, some people who enroll later. That's our missing mass of people that we would not have been identified without the intermediate deadline. That's about 17% of these 7 to 12 million people. This is a 2016 data. So what do we do next? Next, we want to figure out whether we can get people to enroll earlier. So we conduct a field experiment. We do this with University of Southern California employees during an open enrollment period. And during that period in 2017, there were several consequences of not making an active choice. Some of this involved not being able to pick a good plan, but also costs that you incur because you didn't actively enroll. And so in our experiment, we have 300 employees. They're recruited through flyers posted on campus. They participate in a baseline survey and several follow-up surveys, and they receive incentives for uploading their confirmation of enrollment of their insurance. This is on a reloadable gift card. There are 3 very simple treatments. We randomize people at the office number level to one of 3 treatments. The first one is that you receive a $25 gift card immediately upon enrolling. In treatment 2, you receive a $25 gift card 1 week after enrolling. And in treatment 3, you receive $25 gift card 2 weeks after the open enrollment deadline of November 21st. So the idea here is that treatment 1 and treatment 2 should limit present bias procrastination because you receive an incentive upon enrollment. Let me show you the results. Here we have, for the experimental sample, on the x-axis, we have the date at which you enroll. These are all the dates that are available in the open enrollment period. And this is a cumulative percent of enrollment. So the yellow line represents treatment 3. You're not receiving any time-linked incentives. And the red line and the blue line represents treatments 1 and 2, where you're getting incentives earlier if you enroll earlier. We see a significant improvement
in limiting procrastination because on average, people enroll about 2 days earlier, even though the $25 is quite a small amount for these employees. So we hope to continue this type of research to understand how field experiments can be used to test and limit procrastination in the field. Thank you.